Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Our last
Wow, fire
Wow. Last one, best one.
We're your besties in your ear. Back for another episode of Mean Girl Pod.
Welcome back to another episode of Mean Girl Pod. We're in the office. but don't get too excited because we have to talk about our sponsor really quickly. Yes. Before we get into like some intense topics, let's not forget what will get us through those topics.
Couple of shots.
Couple 1.75 ml bottles of Pink Whitney. Oof. Summer's officially here. Head to the store. #1 flavored vodka, obviously, and it's pink, so that's not for nothing. But head to the store and pick up your bottle, your big bottle of Pink Whitney. Take it over to your summer parties. Pour some shots with your friends. We love Pink Whitney. We've been shooting it all summer. We're going to continue shooting it all summer. The only difference is going to be instead of 3 of us, it's going to be 2 of us. You guys, we have big news. Not bad news, but somebody's leaving the pod. Alone.
I know.
I feel like that was so poorly done. Like I don't know how to say it though. There's no way
There's no good way to say it. Yeah. I'm not leaving the pod. I'm leaving Barstool. I wish I could stay with the pod, but I've accepted a job somewhere else, so therefore I must leave the pod, even though it breaks my heart.
Are you allowed to say where you're going?
Yeah. So I'm going to a really cool startup called Rodeo. It's like a fashion tech startup. Really excited about it. I actually met them through Alex, so it's all kosher. It's all splendid. I'm really excited. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm graduating college because I've been here for so long.
You're our kid going off to school.
I know.
I think the college analogy is the best one because if you've graduated, even high school, you know what that feels like. You're crying. Mm-hmm. It's the Vitamin C song. You sit there with all your best friends and you hug them and you cry because you're so happy that it happened and you're thankful for the memories, but you know you have to move on.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Yeah.
I almost feel too like you're almost like Alex and I are going off to school because like you're gonna be our mom. Like we're 18 now. Like you'll still give us advice along the way, but you won't be like parenting us.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Because you're not gonna leave.
That's a cute way to think of it.
Like Alana will always be a part of the pod. Well, we're kind of the teachers actually because we stay. Oh. And and your class graduates and then you remember. I always think that the graduation's hardest on the teachers because they lose the person and like they still. We don't go off to the new adventure. No. We stay, and then you go. We just have an hour of analogies. We're actually I think the largest takeaway for me for the whole thing was when you called, you were so uncertain about the reaction. Does this matter?
No, whatever.
Okay. Fuck it. Alana doesn't care. I'm just kidding.
I don't give a fuck anymore. No.
I don't even know if the cameras are on. Like, good luck, you guys. Is this recording? Is this thing on? That's how you know you made the right decision. You know what I mean? Like, you're like ready to go.
Yeah.
But when you called, you were like, I don't know. Like, but, and it's like, and I said, you know what I'm going to say. And you said, what are you going to say? And I'm like, think about it. Who holds you back from like a great opportunity, like great dreams, awesome, incredible, like what you should do. And like you just go off and flourish. And I think so many times friends are quick to hold friends back, like out of instinct. And it's like, no way, like a true friend or like a person that truly wants the best for everybody involved says, go little bird, spread your wings.
Yeah.
And you can't stay for other people. Like if you stayed because you were scared of what we would say or do, like that would just be a burden on your own life. Like you got to live your own life.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy because it's like a total career pivot. Like I've been working in like podcasting for so long, and with this role, it'll be mostly like, it's like a tech company really. And it's like my position is like a huge leap. Like I needed to say yes, honestly, like for my career, but it's going to be funny because it's like, it's not going to be like producing, but it's going to be like that growth, that brand strategy kind of, thing that I do for podcasting, but it'll be fun. But I was like so happy, like obviously I knew you guys would be happy for me, but it's still like crazy. Like I didn't want to like break up the band, but I don't think that's the case at all.
It's so crazy though when somebody gets, cause I do this, you know what will make you happy. You know the answer to that. No brainer. but you start to wonder what other people will think, and then you let that affect your very own decision, no matter what it is, like in any scenario in life. And it's like you would almost entertain keeping us happy,
Yes.
as opposed to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, as humans, it's like, what is that?
Yeah.
You can't live life for other people. You
Like,
gotta live
it
it
was
for
so
yourself.
funny. I was talking to my future boss about when I was going to like put in my 2 weeks or whatever. And I was like, well, you know, Jordan's birthday party is June 14th or whatever. And she was like, wait, Jordan's birthday party? Like, it's okay. Like, and I was
Right.
like, wait, you're right.
Like, we're old
Yeah.
now. Like, we just move on.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know. And she's like, you guys are still gonna be friends. Like,
If anything, this will bring us closer because
that's what I said to someone yesterday because they were like, oh, is it gonna be? I was like, no, I really think that we'll be closer than ever because it's like, you know, working relationships are tough. Not that we had like a tough time, but like if you take out that element of it and it's just fun, like, of course,
Yeah.
that's gonna be the best time ever.
Like
I mean,
when,
yeah.
when we see each other, we'll catch up about our lives. We won't be like, okay, what's new with me and Girl Pop?
Yeah.
Like, what should we do? How do we make it better? Like, it'll be like real.
And I'll be watching from the sidelines. I'll be like,
know.
guys, what's that you're doing? That's
that'd
crazy.
be cool. That'll be cool.
I know.
What did you, okay, I have a question. When you graduated college, what did you want to do? Did you know?
So I graduated college. I had a degree in visual communication, so it was like business art. So I always wanted to be in advertising. I wanted to be a creative director. So I got the job at Barstool as a graphic designer, and then became a producer. I was just a producer for maybe like 3 or 4 years, and then I started doing the brand strategy stuff on the side, and yeah, that led me to this job opportunity, which I think honestly is almost like full circle in a way, because it's like that creative stuff that's like the next step. Like a creative director just thinks of the ideas, they don't do it, if that makes sense. They're kind of like the puppeteer, and that's kind of like what my job will be. So if that makes sense, I don't know if that answers your question.
It does. I was wondering if if you graduated and wanted to do something totally different, or if this was like a natural step of like what you've always, it's very, knowing you, it's so in line with what you should do.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that's always been the dream or if we're pivoting.
I think this will make so much more sense to my classmates than what I'm doing right now.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
a good answer. That's a good way to put it. Like, this is what they thought I would
think
do.
my classmates, honestly, are probably like, she works at Barstool. Like, I honestly have lost touch with many of them.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like when I think of you two, your greatest talent is helping small brands become bigger than they ever thought they could. And I feel like that's what you're doing now. Like, that's your greatest strength.
Oh, thank you.
And I feel like this career path is, like, when you told me, I was like, this is what you were kind of meant to do.
I know, that's how I feel too. I was just so scared to take the leap. I mean, like, this is my first job. I've been here since I was like a kid.
This is all you know.
Like, my boyfriend works here. Like, here's you guys. Like, once
Sounds so
I
weird
got
to my boyfriend. Like,
I know.
I mean, Mike.
I know, I
Yeah,
thought it was like a
right?
joke. I was like, ha ha.
My puppy
I
daddy.
was like, who?
My puppy daddy.
But once like he was like so excited, he's like jealous kind of, and like once I got the okay from like well, not the okay, but like the, you know, excitement from like Gaz and Erica and people like that were like, oh my god, like I'm so happy for you. Like that was like, I don't know why you always think that, like, I don't know, like you're letting people down.
Yeah.
Like you kind of forget with like jobs, like it's all like a pathway kind of. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like everything leads you to the next thing. It's not like, I don't know, like because this was my first and only job really, like I felt like I had like Stockholm syndrome, honestly,
Yeah.
you know?
I bet a lot of listeners have that too. They're like, I've always
Yeah.
been in the same one, but if you kind of close your eyes and you're like, really, what would make me happy? And then you think about the steps to get there. Like you got lucky because
Yeah.
you didn't have to go seek out and apply and
Yeah,
find
I
that
got
job.
like poached.
It was natural. Yeah. And that's because you said yes to that. Think about that. When I asked you about it, you were like, I got to think about it, like maybe, but think how drastically that will change your life.
Yeah. Just saying yes to things and seeing who you meet and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like a major leap because it's a startup. I mean, I'm leaving like a 401k situation. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't even think about
But
that.
I think it's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah, I also think as sad as it is, like, unfortunately in the corporate world, like, we're all just numbers, and if you don't choose jobs and live for yourself, like, you could just be taken out like that. So you have
Yeah.
to make sure every decision you make is, like, very intentional and for you, because no corporate company is going to think twice about you at the end of the day when it comes down to making, like, those cuts and those decisions.
Uh-huh.
And at this startup, you will be such a big fish.
Yeah.
You know? And that's like something so special.
Yeah, you're so right. I love Barstool so much, but we can't deny that I'm the other here. Like, I don't like sports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I like had the best time here.
I know you're closing such a big chapter. of
I
your
know,
life.
but I'm gonna like. I think I might like sneak into the Christmas party still. I feel like no one would say anything.
I don't even think people would
I don't think people would notice.
They'd be like, oh, hey, Alana, how's it going?
Yeah, right.
Also, like, Mike's here, we're here.
I know.
Like,
I know.
Yeah, you can go. You have a right to come to everything.
Yeah.
Especially like us is one thing, but like Mike, like you can go.
If
to
someone says
whatever.
something, I'd be like,
Yeah.
excuse me. Like,
you can come in the office.
Yeah.
I bet they'll keep your key card.
imagine
like-
like need my computer one day and like just sit at that desk.
You just like come up here and you
I would
do
love
like
that.
rodeo stuff on the computer up here, like it's like your remote office.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like Barstool's like that interesting place where if you're here long enough and you leave, people like welcome you back with open arms. Like, but you have to like be here a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And
Like a
once you're-
vet.
Yeah. And like once you're there, you're like kind of initiated and like here forever in a way.
Yeah.
Like I think of you as an OG. I don't know. I know you're only here 5 years, but I'm like Alana's like one of the OG.
I think there's like
people.
there's waves, right? It was like HQ1, which was like 15 people. But if you were at HQ2, that was like a vibe.
Yeah.
Now you're seasoned vet.
Yeah, that was a vibe.
Also, you're ending on a happy note. Like you
Yeah.
had us, like you had that hard time here, where like you didn't like working here, and then like you stuck it
Yeah.
out and like rerouted the ship. And
Well,
it's
yeah,
like,
I feel like that's a good thing to bring up. Actually, like my first 3 years here were tough. Like I was just I was learning, trying to like establish myself, trying to understand things. I felt lost a little bit. I put all my eggs in one basket, and then when it exploded, I was really lost. And then around the time I started working with you guys was when I started getting like really vocal about things and being like, "Oh, this is weird the way we do it. Like, what if we did things this way?" And like I have ideas. I was sharing them with Eric. I was just like going in Erica's office and like telling her ideas I had, or like I would make files and like, you know, decks about things and just print them out and give them to her. And I just wanted like more. And I feel like if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be here right now and like getting a new job opportunity. That's like a huge like leap and like a huge advancement, I guess. If I didn't like then get vocal about things that like ideas I had.
Well, because I don't think people realize this, but you weren't just like Mean Girl Pod producer. Like you were a brand strategist at this company.
Yeah.
Like that's a big job.
But I think it's cool that like you wouldn't have gotten there. Like it's so crazy when you fell flat on your face and like everything exploded. You said like you had the guts and like the self wherewithal to be like, okay, for some reason like something in you was like, I'm just going to keep going and not go back to how things were, but I'm going to go make them better.
Yeah. I mean, for a little bit, I definitely went in a shell for probably like 5 months, and I was like, you know what, like fuck this. But then I'm glad that I like picked myself up by the bootstraps.
Look where it
And
landed
like
you.
tried to like create a path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I knew I wanted to do something like this, so I like I planted the seeds like a year and a half ago, and you know a flower bloomed.
I think you have to hit like rock bottom, especially like with our generation, since we're such like drastic people, like 0 to 100. Like I feel like we really have to hit rock bottom for our brains to rewire itself and realize like it's time to make change. And I feel like the most beautiful change comes from us hitting rock bottom.
Yeah, and like I hope that me like leaving like puts like has like a renaissance moment for Mean Girl Pod.
Oh,
Do you
totally.
know?
What does that mean?
Like you know, like a rebirth, like a
Oh,
fire,
yeah.
like a you know, like a I don't know, like you know, resparks things,
Totally.
Yeah.
makes it spicy.
Change does.
Change
Yeah.
does, and I don't know.
and our
I'm
group
excited.
chat's not going away.
No,
Like
maybe I'll come back as a guest.
that would be fun. Oh my
That would be really
Yeah.
cool.
That's like so weird. Like I like my brain hasn't comprehended that you're not.
I know.
Gonna be our producer.
I know. But
A guest would be cool. A guest on would be
sick.
very
yeah, I
normal.
might come back in like super stylish, like
You will. That's the thing.
Ozempic out.
No, skinnied out.
Bad.
That's the whole thing about this new job for you too, because like you'll make comments sometimes. You're like, I just feel like Humpty Dumpty. I don't know what's going on, but you're always like, I want to wear heels maybe one day, and it's like I know these girls that you're going to, and it's like they are
And they wear heels.
fashionistas.
Yeah, like you can't wear heels here.
I mean, no, people can hear it and they're like,
They
oh
would
my
be
God,
like,
can
ew.
you take those off?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
No, in 6
You
months
know?
you're gonna come back with, and you're gonna like, I don't know, you're gonna be like this bougie little girl.
Yeah, hopefully.
Not little anymore.
will.
No, you're gonna be a bougie,
Bougie
not
bitch.
big girl, but like, yeah, bougie bitch.
Yeah, you're gonna thrive.
Our
Thank
peanut
you.
is growing
So
up.
excited.
Our peanut's becoming peanut butter.
I never thought this, I never foresaw this, I guess.
Those are the best
Same.
things.
You know?
It's so crazy too because it happened during the full moon and the new moon, and it's just that was we just had the strawberry moon, which is the
Oh yeah,
biggest
what did your
changes.
astrology say about
Big change is supposed to happen in career, relationships, depending on your signs, and I can't remember your Pisces, and your other two.
Leo rising? What?
Wait, what's the other one?
I think Aquarius moon. What?
Are you kidding me?
What?
Oh my god, I wish I would have known this. This is the season for Leos, especially it's their summer of change. But Aquarius's, Scorpios, and Tauruses. But the fact that you're an Aquarius and a Leo,
What's it mean?
it's just that doesn't surprise me at all.
Oh, it's so funny because how many times, specifically the kitchen table, has Alana told us her signs?
Yeah, for real.
Has she?
And every time, but this is what I just remember. You can't remember all, you don't remember, you can't remember everyone's
a
sign.
lot
But
to
every time you're
remember.
I wish I knew. And it's well, you did know.
Yeah.
I forgot.
You knew.
A lot.
I know, and I only remember yours because we're both the same rising. Obviously, sun sign I know because I know your guys' birthdays, and then I know your moon because it's a Sagittarius.
What's my moon?
Sagittarius?
Okay, that's the one I haven't researched enough about.
And I only know that because Sagittarius is supposed to be my future soulmate. So I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
But wow, that's super. You're gonna have a great summer.
Oh my God.
Being a Leo.
I've forgotten what this episode's about, which is exciting.
I feel like it's just kind of giggles.
Oh, it's a fun episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make it
It's a fun
fun.
episode. I personally. Well, I don't think I'm drunk anymore, but this morning I woke up drunk.
Wait,
Oh,
why?
she went to, Jordan, what time did you go to bed?
5:30 a.m.
What were you out doing? It's Wednesday. This is a Tuesday night. Well, Wednesday morning.
You guys, I was on a date, but casually, just on a date. I haven't had a late New York City night in months.
Okay, walk us through it. Give it to us.
So I didn't stay up till 5:30 because I was being a bad girl. It was literally just us bar hopping. That's the beauty of New York. We just went to, it was our second date, and it was just one of those things where it was we kept going to different bars, and the bartender would be "Do you want another one?" And we were like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And we just were talking, and we didn't realize the time. And then all of a sudden, it was bar close, and then I think we just walked around.
Bar close?
Wait, hold on.
That's actually crazy for a Tuesday night.
Yeah, this isn't the first time, and it's not a Friday night.
Nope.
It's not a go back to your apartment and sleep on a Saturday.
Nope.
It's okay, but hold on.
Can I ask you something? Do you think
You may.
being single,
Okay, Jordan.
Wait, what? Can I ask you a question? Do you think being single makes ignites something in you that makes you stay out so late?
Fully.
Yeah.
I'm fueled by
Because
man energy.
Friday night, I went on a triple date with all of my best friends, and it was such a fun night. We were having the best time. And after dinner, we all looked at each other. We were like, nightcap? Actually, no, let's all go home. We were so tired. All the couple just wanted to go home.
So my biggest
Do you know
fear
what I mean?
is that I've always had a fear that when I get in a relationship, I'll become boring because I am wired to be I am more fun when I'm single. Mm-hmm. In a relationship, I start to get comfortable, settle, and I know I'm gonna have to work on that when that day comes. But fully, I would never do this if I was in a relationship.
Well, you're also going. So you're going home with Mike.
Yeah.
In that scenario, you are not going home with anybody in that scenario. If you you're going home alone.
Yes.
Which is not nearly as fun as
But
going
do you
with your
stay out
buddy.
longer with the question mark of are we going to go home together, do you think?
Well, so I know this was so usually if I stayed up till 4 a.m., it's because I would sleep at a guy's house or apartment.
4 a.m. is so late. I don't remember the last time I stayed up that late.
guys-
5:30. She was here at 10.
The thing that's crazy.
And you look good.
She looks great.
The thing that's crazy though is we were not the only two people at this bar. It was sorry.
Really?
We have got to go line by line here. We cannot let this New York 5:30 a.m. thing go.
Let's bring it back to the old days, baby.
Let's rehash it. Is this the guy that we like via text, you and
Yes.
I? Okay, so we did text about him a bit. This guy's cool, and without saying too much, can I just say this? You said he was very inquisitive, talkative on the first date, ask you questions, and can carry a conversation.
He's one of the most polite people I've ever gone on a date with, manners wise.
Ubered you home.
Yeah.
Ubered with you home but dropped you off. Okay, I mean, and we're talking bare minimum stuff, but like we love that.
Yeah, just like little things like open the door for me, got there early, just like very polite
cute.
things.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we go on a second date
Yeah.
last night. Where do we start? Where's the starting point?
Well, I'm not gonna like say the place.
But like dinner or like
Oh.
what? Like
So I had a singles event last night that started at 6 with an open bar. So I was already drinking at 6 p.m. And I didn't know if there's gonna be food or not there, but like I had to leave my apartment at 5:30. And so I didn't eat dinner because I was like, I'm not hungry. There'll probably be food at the event. There was no food.
ooh, tough.
So I went from 6 to 8 drinking, open bar, some Sauvignon Blanc. And then I went to meet him for drinks, but I didn't end up eating dinner because
You got to.
I had to. I was like, if I have one more drink in me with an empty stomach, I was like, I will make a fool out of myself.
So you ate. Okay, so you went and meet him at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Grabbed water
8:30.
on the way. Sent me a selfie. Sent me a selfie. She's like, I did get a water.
That was smart.
Uber dropped me off at a CVS and I quick ran in and bought a
That's
water
smart.
and chugged it because I was like, I'm going to be flat on my face.
No, that was really smart of you.
Yeah.
Go to the restaurant and we order food. What'd you order?
Tacos.
Okay.
It was a Taco Tuesday.
Love that. Oh,
Yeah.
Tuesday, right. Margs now or are we still on the Sauv?
No, Margs, tequila.
Switch to Margs.
Yep.
Okay, how's the combo at the dinner? The drinks, but
It was,
dinner.
to be honest with you,
Doesn't know.
I
Can't
don't
remember.
remember.
Blacked out.
I drink so much, you guys.
8 p.m. Doesn't remember.
I probably had 12 drinks.
Before the 8 p.m. or total?
Total.
That's actually a better number than I was thinking.
Yeah, because then after that bar, I went.
Well, hold on, you're going too fast.
Sorry.
Dinner combos how? Is it good? Oh, you don't know. Right. Okay, so,
It was good from what I can remember. It was good.
and he pays.
Yes, I did offer, but he was like, heck no. He's like, no. In what world? I was like,
In actually none.
Yes.
Actually, in not a world that we want to live in. There is a world, but we don't want to be in it.
I love when men also like if you offer to pay, they go, no, I want to,
Yeah.
which is really sweet.
I think we should pause for a moment there because there are times when it's like, no, I got it. Instead of like, what? Like, literally, no. Like, they make you feel so, it's not a question.
And like his response was, he looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, I like that.
Okay, love. All right. So then after that, whose idea is it to, if you perhaps know, whose idea is it to go somewhere else?
So the waiter,
If we need to call him, we can.
the waiter did this. Like you know, sometimes a waiter will just bring you your check without asking. The waiter just like brought us our check, so we were like, we had one drink at this point, so we were like, okay. So he was like, do you want to go to another place? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So we went to another place.
Okay, did he pick the place or did you?
So he kind of did, but the place we went to was too busy. So I was like, let's just go to this one. We were in an area that I was very familiar with, so I was like, let's just go to this bar. I've been there before.
Okay, so he like tried to pick the first place.
Yeah.
Take initiative. If I remember correctly, he maybe doesn't live here full time yet. Correct. So, but
Not
he's
getting
moving.
Too much detail.
No, sorry, but it's context. Like you knew the area, so then you're like, okay, I'll do it because we
Yeah.
love a guy that's like, we're going here right now.
Correct, yeah.
But you were kind of like, I know we can go here, so you go there. How and then what? Like we sit at the bar.
Yeah, so we sat at the bar, and you guys, like, this bar, people were flowing in at 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Okay, so you go to dinner at 8
Yeah.
to like 10.
I think we got to the bar at 10, yeah.
Okay, so then
Oh, yeah.
you stayed at this second bar.
Yeah.
For a long time.
4 a.m.
Sitting and talking.
Yeah. Making friends with the bartender.
How many drinks we have in here?
I think that's where I had, like, the 8 drinks.
And these are margaritas.
No, now it's back to wine.
Oh.
Yeah.
So one marg, basically.
One marg,
And
yeah.
a lot of wine.
Like at least 3 bottles of wine.
Did you throw up?
No.
Wow.
No.
I mean, we're just catching her fresh off like she just woke up.
Like I think it would be in the hospital.
But the thing is, when you're on a date, you get this, like, energy.
Yeah, you're right.
Where, like, you
Yeah.
it's hard to get. I was like, yeah, I've been there, done that.
You do.
Back in the day.
But like, you know, when you're in like that mood where it's like hard to get drunk, like you don't feel it. You feel it immediately. I mean, the next day you're like, I don't remember anything. But like, I never remember. I never once was like, we're both blackout right now.
Okay. So what's he drinking?
He had an old fashioned to start, a few of those, and then switched to wine.
Did he have a what kind of wine did we switch to?
Mine.
Okay, did he have a margarita at dinner?
Yeah.
Did he order dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made him. I was like, I'm not eating alone, and he was like, of course I'll eat with you.
Okay, all right. So then you're at the bar for 5 hours. Is this energy like, are we having flirty energy? Or are we having like, we're just talking energy, getting to know each other? Or are we like messing with the bartender?
So something I've learned about myself is like, I always thought that when I would go in, like, remember furniture, for example?
Yes. Okay. Now
Man?
furniture. Let's take a beat for furniture. Furniture was this guy that Jordan brought to a party that we were all at, and he was the equivalent to furniture, which means he was just there.
Yeah. He
Just
was
there.
He was the days of the week guy.
Yes.
And
just there.
We thought he labeled me like a Tuesday girl or
He did label you Tuesday girl.
Yeah. Oh, also to quick go back to, remember how we always say Tuesdays are the best nights to go out in New York City? I stand corrected. But yeah, so I used to think going on dates and having this like
You stand confirmed.
did I say it wrong?
Well, you don't stand corrected. You stand like, yeah, you did double down. Cosign.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that again. Tuesdays.
I used to think like when I would go on dates with guys, if we had this like instant like spark, like sexual connection, kind of like I did with furniture right away, I was like, this is
If they knew, like, there's so much more detail that we were not going to take him down, but like,
That's so fucking funny.
AKA, remember what he was
He
for
literally
Halloween?
was a couch.
I think it was that too in my head. I'm not going to say it.
Don't say it. Too many mutual friends.
Too many.
We had like really intense like connection where I was like, he was that person I met and we were like touching right away, like flirting. And I always thought that's like what you needed, but I'm realizing it's actually probably better not to have that and like grow it a little bit slower and organically, because then it's like a natural connection. So with this guy, it wasn't like we weren't like touching each other at the bar or like having like flirty conversation. It was like normal conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you talking for the whole 5 hours?
Yeah.
Are you texting him today?
We haven't texted yet, but we don't text each other.
I love that.
He just,
It's like
like-
a very normal, this is very normal dating.
Yeah. Like
Very normal.
He'll text me if he wants to like take me on a date.
All right, wait, what happened? So 4 o'clock, the bar closes. Tab out. I assume he pays. I assume you pay for nothing.
Remember?
Okay, we don't
No,
know.
I mean, like he did pay, but I don't even remember him paying. Like the bartender was like giving us shots. Oh, we met. That's the thing too. It's like we met this guy who owns like bars in New York. He told us about like his girlfriend situation. He's like 6 years old. He's gonna break up with her today. Hopefully that went well.
Oh, prayers to him.
But like this bar, you guys, was so cool. I'm not kidding you. It was packed with people, and people were still coming in at 2 a.m.
That's summer, though, I think, too. That's it. It reminded me to tell you about my intern, but like
Okay.
that's intern energy coming to the city. They got a fresh new pot. People are going out. Like
The thing
it's so
is, though,
fun.
everyone was probably over the age of 40.
That's even better. And
I
then
know.
they're still going out on Tuesday.
Yep.
Okay, wait. Now, okay, so you leave at 4.
Yeah.
What time does sunrise these days? 6?
I
Oh,
mean,
it's getting earlier.
The sun was rising when he walked me home.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so we leave, and are we holding hands? Ever?
So there was a switch where we were walking normal, and then like we were just like walking around New York.
I mean, we're significantly intoxicated, though. What are you wearing at 4 a.m. with the sun rising?
I had my mixer outfit on, so I had a mini skirt and a black crop top with a black blazer
Oh, boy.
and my Steve Madden black shoes.
Okay, that's the outfit. Okay, so we got that on.
I kept falling off my feet because I was so drunk.
Oh, and like you were like stepping out of them, like you were like, what is he like? He probably didn't even notice.
I think he was just as drunk as me.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah, he was definitely
Feeling
blackout.
it. He was
yeah.
having fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're wearing a blazer at 4 a.m. walking home with this guy. This is so like this is the movies. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then what do you guys do? Do you like take like the long route home?
Yeah, we did. So I have an area where I live where I like will go and sit when I'm having a bad day. And I was like, I want to show you my spot.
Oh wow. Oh, romantic. This is where I sit when I have a bad day.
Wow.
So you want to go sit there? This is like the movie.
That's Something Great.
What?
In Something Great, they have like their spot in Washington Square Park.
Oh, and then the other movie with Justin Timberlake and what's her name?
Oh,
and she takes him to the
under
rooftop.
the Hollywood
Yes.
sign, right?
Yes,
Is that the same
Friends with
movie?
Benefits.
Friends with
Friends with
Benefits.
Benefits.
You're thinking of Kutcher,
Oh,
right?
No strings
crazy,
attached.
crazy
Yes.
crossover there. Crazy.
Too much.
That's
Too
wild.
similar of a movie.
Yeah, so we went to that spot. Wasn't that great when you're drunk? He also stays near me, so like he knows the area too.
I hate the word stays near me.
Well, he doesn't live there yet.
Is it a hotel?
No, he like stays with friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his friends live near me, I guess.
Okay. Stays near me.
Stays near me.
Doesn't live near stays. All right, so then you go to your apartment, and then does he walk you to the door?
Yes.
Does he kiss you?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so we've kissed. Well, how was the kiss? Was it romantic? Was it
I don't know if you kept me like throughout the day going like this.
me?
Have you seen me do that like 5 times today?
No.
Oh my god, it's happening again. Do you ever like do something and you like think about it and you just get like
Did you kiss him and dance? Did you kiss this guy and do that?
No.
Oh, and it's haunting you?
The kiss was great. That's not why I'm going, but you
You had bad breath.
No. No, probably.
I would imagine.
We made out for what seems to be probably like an hour.
Really?
Oh.
Just in front of my apartment.
Do you think it was actually like 5
Why
minutes?
didn't you invite him up?
Because I'm trying not to sleep with guys
Oh, nice,
for
nice.
like a long time. Not a long time, like 5 dates.
I'm actually very proud of you for that, and I think that will pay off.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like that move. Because now, look, guess what?
Yeah.
He gonna want more.
Yeah.
And you're gonna want a little bit more after that, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makeout was great. I just like think we'd made out for an hour.
Do you think it was actually an hour, or do you think it was like drunk time, which drunk time feels like a long time but is a short amount of time? Or it's vice versa. Oh my God, it could have been 2 hours.
Well, we left the bar at 4-ish and I went to bed at 5:30.
Okay, did you get to your apartment at 5:30 or did you go to bed at 5:30?
I went to bed at 5:30.
Okay, so you washed your face for sure.
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
get back up to your apartment. Where does he go? He walks home?
Yeah. He's staying.
Staying.
Very, very close to me though.
Okay, so you make out for what seems like an hour, but it's probably like 15 minutes.
I hope so. Because that's like why I'm embarrassed for myself. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment for like.
That's why you're doing that.
Yeah, I'm like, ugh. It's almost like that thing where it's like I'm embarrassed for myself, nothing that he did. Where I'm like,
Did I do that?
what if he never talks to me?
Wait, when you made out with him,
Yeah.
are you like against a wall or are we just like freestanding or like his hands in your
Freestanding.
like where are your hands? Because I'm like imagining just like
That's the.
are you touching him? Hands like where are your hands for 15 minutes? Think about that. That's important.
That is important. I guess this is like where things are very blurry.
Where are his hands? Hair?
All over the place.
Touching? Feeling? Does he know his way? Is he driving? Driving around?
I don't know, Alex.
I'm just
Bennett.
why we have to ask the questions.
I'm a very good girl now.
Paint the picture though. Where are your hands?
I don't remember. I think like all over. Like Alex, I'm at 12 drinks deep. It is 5 a.m.
That's fair.
I think it was like all over. I like making out's one of those things where it happens. You kind of like black out afterwards.
Yeah, that's true. It does
Yeah.
go. Yeah. All right. So we make out for a very long time, and then you're like, bye.
Yeah.
And then he's like, bye.
Yeah.
And you go up your stairs,
And I-
wash your face, and you go to bed.
Yep.
5:30. What time do you wake up today?
8:30.
8:30.
Yeah.
That's a little late for you, actually.
Yeah, and I woke
5:30,
up
6:30, 7:30. We're on 3 hours. That's longer than I thought.
truly. I like got out of bed and I was like, I am still intoxicated.
When your alarm went off, were you like, there's no way? Or did you like, no, we've got the meeting, like, we got to go?
I knew we had the meeting and we had to go.
Okay. And you have your suitcase packed because you're going home after
I
this.
did.
So you're just like,
Yeah, but I'm not kidding you. I've never woken up being like, oh my God, I think I'm intoxicated. I was fully intoxicated this morning.
absolutely.
I like got out of bed and I looked at my roommate and I was like, don't even talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
I was like, this is going to be the most like worst hour of my life.
Okay. So you get ready.
Yeah.
And then would you walk here or subway here?
Subwayed and walked and I my whole life.
Let's move on.
Sorry, I'm like genuinely wanting the whole thing.
And then I got a greasy breakfast sandwich
okay, love it.
and that was great. But no, we haven't texted. I'm like embarrassed for myself.
I want a text from him today or tomorrow.
He
that was
better
fun.
text me. But he just different. Never mind. Different.
Oh,
But no. Do you guys ever have those things that happen in life where you think about them and you're like, I'm not embarrassed for the other person at all, any way, shape, or form. I'm embarrassed for myself.
absolutely.
That's how I feel.
My wedding night, I still get embarrassed by myself.
Yeah.
I think about it and I'm like,
Why?
I can't. Because I just was so drunk and like, then I got really sad and like, I still 4 years later think about that moment and I wince.
Yeah. It's just like, oh,
It's so
like
funny.
think about making out with someone in front of your apartment as the sun's coming up and it's just like what and like the thing is too when you're so drunk sometimes your makeouts you're like
How was it?
was I even a human?
Was I a dead fish? Like was I a
Yeah.
limp noodle? Yeah, that's fair.
And I pride myself in kissing, so I just hope it was good.
Nothing you can do about it now.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're dating in New York City, baby.
That was like a very fun story. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's like better than like a Friday night
Yeah.
because it's just like so much more interesting.
And now I'm going to go to Rhode Island and pass the truck out on this bus.
You're
or
going to sleep really well.
train.
This is perfect. This
Yeah.
is just what we needed. This is a great summer fling.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about my summer fling, but we'll probably do an ad first if we have them.
Yeah, there's
Ooh, that was kind of a cliffhanger.
All right, we all know that the 4th of July is coming up. Obviously, like, and I'm sorry, but that's crazy. So you guys have to go order now your 4th of July merchandise and your summer merch in general. I'm like obsessed with the bucket hat and always the button down, like the little collar button down because they're so cute for swimsuit cover ups.
Or any oversized sweatshirt.
Yes, like we love that for like a boat day.
Oh, yeah.
So shop now at store.barstoolsports.com, land of the free, home of the brave. Shop USA merchandise now on the Barstool store, store.barstool.com. I'm getting a bucket hat, button down, and I do love, we were talking about this in Charlotte, we're like oversized sweatshirts or just oversized tees.
Okay, think about it. Bonfire, oversized sweatshirt.
That's all we want.
That's like Minnesota in a nutshell for me.
And, okay, the bucket tee's cute. Oh, the white hot tee, I love that.
Mean Girl merch, I'm biased.
Actually, this is what I'm getting, I'm sorry, the JFK tee.
Oh, wait, I feel like that fits you perfectly.
Yeah, and it says summer at the bottom, so that might be what I wear on the 4th of July. Or, stop it, George 1776 MVP. Okay, these are good. These are creative.
Wait, that's actually really fun.
1776 champs, let's party. Yeah, pop off merch team, those are good. Everyone go get your oversized tees for you and all your friends, your 4th of July merchandise.
Best beach cover-up.
Yeah.
Or pool cover-up. Or lake cover-up.
Or flying.
Or flying. Because if you don't look homeless when you fly, I don't want to talk to you.
When you have to t-shirt, like you have to t-shirt in the summer with like something to go over because the plane gets like, it's like, there's layers to this shit.
Yeah.
All right, so my summer fling is my intern, who's going to become our intern,
Yes.
Amory, who I feel like, well, we met her at the Mean Girl meetup. Mm-hmm. And this is what I love about her. People are like DMing me, they're like, what are we paying her? And I'm like, nothing. And do you guys remember like when you wanted to intern for experience? And like I interned for free 2 years in college. Like that's just like what I did. Did you guys, or were you guys paid?
I was paid, but I didn't have a cool internship. I feel like the cool ones are unpaid.
I got paid like a lunch stipend. It's like $15 a day.
Okay, I buy her snacks
is,
and
like,
her meals
so
and things.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Drinks. If we do anything, like I do buy that.
Yeah.
But she just like is so I live vicariously through her because she just like lives in New York now in the dorms. I won't say which dorms because they do that for the summer.
My
Like
brother's doing that.
she's a roommate. Like you live, yeah, and like that's the cheapest place to live. So like for the summer you live in like the dorms and like all the 21-year-olds come to New York and she texted me last night and she's like, I'm going to this apartment. She like stays out. Like, and I'm like, the energy that a 21-year-old has, like, you can go out every single night.
It's that Tuesday energy, baby.
Every night though, and it's like, and she's like got these boys that she'll talk to, and I'm just like, this is so
It's fun.
much fun. She's gonna start interning for us now. We've decided 1 day a week. We're like, she's gonna film us.
Yeah.
And she, little self-starter, like, I will just say it would be cool if you organized my makeup one day, and then I'll come home and like the makeup's organized. And she's like my little friend too. Like I wake up and I have somebody to like talk to. I don't know. She's changed
Does she
my
sleep
life.
over?
No.
Oh.
Does she spend the night?
Change your life has been what, 4 days?
Well, I never thought I would like allow it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, how am I gonna do this? Like I'm too like by myself.
You're like a pet.
Yeah, like I have like a friend, like a constant friend that's like texting me like,
Constant friend.
hi, you double booked. Like I have somebody that comes over and like talks to me.
Is she replacing me?
No,
just kidding.
you're irreplaceable. But like imagine that.
It's like
Personal
to-
assistant.
To have like responsibility over someone too is like a really interesting and cool feeling.
Well, somebody texted me and was like, do you know how hard it is to have an intern? And I was like, well, I've been an intern and I think you do have to think about like keeping them busy. But it's like, that's pretty, I mean, we're in New York, like that's pretty easy.
Also, like, I feel like just being, like, if you didn't have stuff for her to do, she could just walk around aimlessly, what's her name, Amory? Mm-hmm. In New York City.
Easily.
And that'd be so fun for her.
Yeah, and it's like days off, days this, like, and I feel like the kind of internship she wants is like a chaotic one. Like she's like, I just want to see. So I sat her down and I was like, what do you want to do? Like, give me your expectations. She's like, I'll pick up your dry cleaning or I'll go to the office with you. Like, I'll do anything. And I was like, that's a pretty cool attitude that I feel like kind of got lost after our generation of this whole like, I want to work for experience. And I think too, it's something I wish I would have done, but like been like, okay, what do I want to be? All right, this person kind of does a couple of those things. So let me, like, she likes fashion. Okay, like I talk to Alice and Olivia a lot. Like she can get a lot of those facets, and then to see what she likes and doesn't like about life, and just like spend a summer working.
Yeah.
Not 9 to 5 though. It's like sometimes it's at not like I'm like that's kind of the cool like work ethic thing that I admire, but I think is like a zest of life.
Also, like the not traditional 9 to 5 will be so beneficial for her because like people who are so routine and like brainwashed into thinking trained into the 9 to 5, it's harder for them to have better work ethic.
What do you think about the reverse of that? Starting with no time and then going to a 9 to 5. Do you think that would be hard? I never thought about that.
Yeah, but I feel like actually I don't know. I think it might be easier because she'll go and be like, wait a second, like I'm used to like all hours of the day. I only have just 9 to 5. Like this is great.
That's true. Like then you would have your
Versus like being 9 to 5 and then being like, wait, I have to do this all hours of the day.
right.
Yeah.
It's kind of what's like so surreal about it to me is it was like such a big life change because she comes over every day, and it's like
Wait, so what's her real internship?
just like interning for me. That's it.
What? So
Does she go to school here?
No, she's from OU.
Those Oklahoma folk. I have 2 questions I want to ask you guys.
Okay.
Okay, so this happened to my friend, and I want to get your opinion on it. So my friend had like a one night stand with this guy, and he left the next morning, but he didn't like wake her up and say goodbye. He left and then left her a note. And my friend was like, not the one that it happened to, my other friend was like, I would hate if that happened. And I was like, that is the best case scenario. You don't have to speak. He respects you. You don't have to write you a note, and you don't have to deal with like the awkward small talk in the morning.
Nope.
Like, is that your guys' dream situation?
Nope.
depends if I liked him.
Wait,
or not.
is this no? Is your dream or is not your dream?
No, it's not my dream.
Oh,
You cuddle with me.
a one night stand?
Well, I don't know. Like I've never really had one, but I'm pretending. I'm putting myself in this scenario. A note. Like, are you gonna text me? Like, don't you kind of want like a little? This is okay. This I feel like this would be ideal for a one night stand.
Yes.
You both wake up and they don't overstay by any means. I'm assuming though, if I've taken them back for a one night stand, I really liked them, or I thought they were hot, or something. There was something about them that was like appealing, and they just give me like a little kiss on the cheek, and they're like, "Okay, I hope you have a good day," and then they got me a coffee, and then they leave. Is that like too pie in the sky? Like that doesn't happen?
Get you a coffee?
I think it really depends if you like them or not, honestly.
What world are we living
And like
in?
your connection to sex, really.
But I'm assuming if I brought them back, that
You liked them.
I was like, okay, he's very hot or like cool or something.
If a man had bought me a coffee or made me coffee in the morning, I would marry him.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Maybe we're in a hotel or maybe we're in like somebody's apartment. If we're in his apartment, well, okay. If we're
I
in
hope he's not leaving if you're in his
yeah, I was
apartment.
like, but if we're at, let's say we're at a hotel.
Yeah.
I would love a note, but I would love a coffee and a little wake up and like a kiss on the cheek and like I'll text you, I got your number, and then he leaves. I like that.
Yeah,
the
I-
note's an Irish exit.
I guess like to me, a one night
That's
stand,
kinda
I've like
weird.
come to the conclusion that like they are people I don't want to talk to the next day. But I guess when I was younger, there's some people where I was like, I wish they would have been a little bit nicer about that goodbye. It depends on the person, I guess.
Does anyone
slept
ever like just walk out and never talk to you again?
One guy did, and I pretended to sleep, and it was the best thing in the world because like, get the fuck. out
And
of
you
my
never
apartment.
spoke again?
Nope.
Wow.
And I didn't want to ever speak again.
Why?
Because I was like, why? I woke up in the morning. I was like, why the frickety frack are you in my bed?
Really?
Yeah, he was like a guy who was literally, we talked about on the podcast, like one of our first episodes. Oh wait, no, this is a different guy. Getting my men confused.
The scenario where you wake up and you turn over and you're like, like, and he's not nearly as cute as you remember, that one night stand, I'm down to never talk to them again. But in the instance that you think they're cute at all,
Yeah.
I would want like more than a note.
I mean, this guy wore a spoon around his neck to just snort cocaine at the bars.
I mean, he must never be spoken to again.
yeah, no.
But what if he wrote his no, I want him to have my phone number. I want him to at least wake up and get my phone number.
I have a firm rule that with guys, like if I've been hammering down like the chivalrous hammer lately. I feel like you'd be so proud. Like even if a guy asks for my number on Hinge, I will be like, that's awesome, but here's mine. Like they need to reach out to the girl.
Wait, if a guy asks for your number on Hinge, you
Oh, sorry. If a guy's like, here's my number.
absolutely not.
I'm like, cool, here's mine.
In no world should you have to copy and paste their phone number and then send the first text. Ever.
No.
Ever.
No. Like the guy I went on a date with last night, like that was the one thing where I was like, excuse me. He was like, here's my number, text me, and I literally go, that's awesome, here's my number.
Wait, you don't have the guy's number?
No, this is when we were talking on the dating app.
Oh, I was like, what?
That was like the one red flag. He was like, here's my number, text me. And I was like, I literally was like, I think the message was like, that's awesome, comma, here's my number, smiley face.
Yeah, there you go. I agree. Like, make them text you first.
Yeah.
But and in the one night stand scenario too, like, I think I could see where your brain would go. I'll write my phone number down for her. But no, just wake her up and say, plug your number in. She can type it in, and then you leave and you shoot her a text like, had so much fun. This is so-and-so. Like,
That'd be hot.
right? Like, take the initiative to get her phone number.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You wake her up.
That's like the one perk about growing up. It's like you really do experience more like hot, chivalrous actions that you like don't think will happen. Like there are men out there that will do it.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking to like my girlfriends, and they were like, we were just like talking about this one girl is like debating breaking up with her boyfriend because she just like doesn't. She's at that place when you date young, you don't know if you're like settling or not.
Yeah.
And so she was kind of like talking about her relationship, and my other friends had like a bad rocky like dating thing, and she was saying we were talking about the date I went on, and I was like, this guy did all this like very chivalrous stuff, but it's the bare minimum. And she's like, no, her argument was like, no, it's not, like that's actually like above and beyond. And I was like, no, it's not. I think it's the bare minimum. And then we were talking about like wanting things in a relationship and having it all. And she's like, well, you can't have it all. Like you have to give up some things. And I'm like, no, you can have it all. And men should do it.
Okay. I don't think.
Maybe I'm crazy.
No. I think it's cool to expect that you can have it all in
Yeah.
relationships. And I think you should think that. Mm-hmm. I think jobs, apartment hunting, friends, I think you could take 4 categories and say, okay, I want all 4 of these. Or I'll fold on one and these 3 will be really good.
Yeah.
And so then you start to shift it. But I think your pot should always be filled to 100. I just think it depends on how you get there. Like, I don't know if you're like, I need to have all of these things. Maybe those don't necessarily happen. But you can have 3 of those things, but they're so good at those 3 that you still feel fulfilled to 100.
Yeah, I guess it's more of like, it's okay to let go of the superficial things. Like, maybe he's not 6 foot. That's fine. But he should like check the emotional boxes. And same with the job. Like maybe, or your apartment, maybe it's not in your dream neighborhood, but like, it feels like home when you walk in.
Yeah, like, okay, he doesn't do, you can sacrifice one category, but the other 3 have to be like A+.
Yeah.
And that I feel like is good, but I think where it gets dangerous is where you start to sacrifice and then adjust in your head. And you're like, well, that's okay. Well, I can live with that. And it's like, no. There's a fine line between you're not going to get everything you want, but definitely don't settle for less. Like, and it's very, and only you can
Yeah.
really feel that.
Going back to the bare minimum thing, do you think it's the bare minimum? Or do you think that, like, do you think it's wrong to say, like, him paying and him opening a door and him getting to a date early is the bare minimum? Or do you think that is that a bad thing to say?
No, because that is, okay, so a lot of girls won't care. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a world out there where it's like she doesn't need the door held open for her. She won't even notice.
Yeah.
I think if you will notice, then that comes down to like, there'll be little things there of like how we treat your friends. Like that's kind of a window into how people are wired, things like that. Cause okay, so it goes to like you form your first opinion of somebody in the first 10 seconds you see them. Or no, it's the first like 0.10 seconds. Before somebody even speaks a word, your brain has formed some kind of opinion.
Well,
Inherently, like you can't even help it.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
We're just like wired as people like that. You might see like take the most stereotypical like posh looking plastic somebody. You're like, oh, you probably don't assume down to earth immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, so like all we have to infer on people is their actions at this point. So if he's holding the door for you or he texts you first, things like that, you call bare minimum because that's how like he sees the world. Like that shows you something about him.
Yeah.
So if you start to sacrifice on that is bare minimum. At a bare minimum, there was a guy that just took my seat, and I'm like, come on, like, at a bare minimum, tell me you have the wherewithal.
So I guess everyone has like different bare minimums.
Yeah.
But I think there are things that every human can easily accomplish.
Yeah, and you have to define your bare minimums.
Yeah. Like every man can pay, but some people just don't care, and that's not their bare minimum. For me, it is.
Yeah, for a lot of girls, their bare minimum is like, of course we split it. Of course.
Yeah.
He better split it with me. If he pays, I'm pissed. There's that.
Yeah.
I will pay for myself.
Yeah.
That's some people's bare minimum.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to write your rules.
Yeah, that's so true.
But don't rearrange your rules. I think that's when you get in trouble.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, know yours.
Oh, yes.
And then know them.
I know. I will say, like, the no sleeping with guys on first dates, which, like, I didn't do, like, a ton in the past. I'm, like, acting like I did that every single time. I did, like, twice. That's, like, a new rule I have, and, like, I'm very, like, standing firm in that.
If we break down sleeping with a guy on the first date versus not sleeping with a guy on the first date, you and I can pretty much argue any scenario from any angle.
Yeah.
That's one where the pros will far outweigh the cons on not. Every time.
Yeah, it's more of, like do not, like, I've never really been, like, more of, like, a scientific approach person, but it's, like, truly because our brain mimics the love hormone with sex, and I was realizing, I was like, I'm starting to fall for these guys right away, which is not healthy. Like, you shouldn't be falling for a human being in a week. And I was like, oh, it's because I'm getting, like, physical with them, and then when we stop talking, it hurts more because I was physical. But then if I stop talking to a guy that I didn't sleep with, I'm like, that's fine.
Well, yeah, and because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
I think, too, like, we're so... If there was a purse you could afford and a purse you couldn't afford, we're wired to want the one you can't.
Yeah.
Like, we just are. That's, like, striving. And so I think that the giving them not the purse they can afford right out the gates, like, people are it's not that they want what they can't have, but they're more inclined to be more interested. Like, you establish longevity that way.
You know what's interesting? So, you know how I was saying, like the furniture guy, like, I was attracted to, like, immediately, and we, like, did have sex on the first date, and, like, with this guy, it wasn't, like, all handsy and touchy. I feel like we've talked about this on the podcast before, where there's, like, some guys that I meet and immediately I'm like, oh, I could easily have sex with you. Like, I feel, like, physically, like, I feel that. And then there's some guys, like, I'm scared. Like, I'm not attracted, but, like, I'm scared. And I'm realizing, like, the ones that I have felt very comfortable, like, having sex with right away have been bad guys. If you think about, like, the lineup, furniture, Dallas, Club Rat.
Club Rat.
Like, they're guys that I had sex with immediately and felt very comfortable. And then I think about, like, this guy, for example, I'm scared to have sex with, like, be physical with him.
Oh, okay. I think
But I'm attracted to him.
Yeah, I think the first three you named wanted that too. They wanted to have sex with you. Okay, those are the guys. If you didn't on the first date, I'm not so sure they're coming back for 1, 2, and 3. Like, they might just be like, I just honestly want to, like, fuck the girl on the first date. Like, there's that guy. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Fine, whatever. That's the pool of guys over there.
Probably the worst three guys I've ever dated.
Yeah, like that. And they have they deserve a category.
Yeah.
And that's fine and works for a lot of girls. It ain't broke for them. Fine.
Yeah.
But, like, the guy that you want asks you questions. Like, think about your list of, like, a guy that you want. Nowhere on there ever does he want to sleep with you. Like, I've never heard you say that. Like, that doesn't really matter to you.
No. Yeah, no.
This guy, you're like, I'm scared to. Like, because you want to hold on to that. And it's because he's not, like, begging for that. Like, he's being respectful.
Yeah, it's, like, healthy.
Well, he's clearly coming back because he wants to get to know you. Like, that's not high on his radar either.
Yeah.
So, like, y'all's, you might have the similar interests.
You know what's funny, too? He didn't even once ask to come in. And we were making out on my front step.
See, that to me is bare minimum.
That's so polite.
It's so polite, but it's so not polite to assume you can come in.
You know how many guys I've made out in front of my apartment that have asked to come into my apartment? 9 out of 10.
The audacity, though. Like
The audacity.
No, I mean, like, you've gone on 2 dates with this guy. You can't assume you get to go up to your apartment. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
You have to get to know somebody.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the times, like, the healthy relationships scare me because I'm like, oh, this is weird. This is foreign. Like, I should be obsessed with him or wanting to jump his bones, but, like, I'm not. And I'm like, wait, this is, like, what it's supposed to be like.
No, when you want to jump, I think most of the time, when you want to jump someone's bones so fast, that's like too quick of a fire. Like quick to flame, quick to go out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because it's like not built on anything other than physical. And I think if it's built on physical, it's really hard. Yeah. But if it's built on like EQ and IQ combined, I guess, like this guy you're talking to right now, it's like he'll want a third date.
Yeah.
He'll get to know you even more. And then the time that you finally do feel comfortable inviting him up, like that'll be like so many more sparks.
And then like when you end the things with the guys that you're just physical with, it's confusing because you're like, wait, I don't really like anything about him, but like I'm obsessed with him because like we had sex and he was like hot and like the physical attraction was so like fun. But then you're like, but like I don't know what I liked about him.
Truly, you're so right. It truly makes it harder. And it's probably a little bit more out of your comfort zone. It's easier to just be like, we made out, we fucked, like we were so, sparks were there. That's pretty simple. But to do what you're doing with this guy right now, like getting to know him, I mean, that's like classic dating though. Like that's a little harder right now, but like think about how good that is.
I'm like dating healthy.
Yeah, and it's like fun.
I'm dating healthy finally. In almost 28 years, I'm hitting the healthy dating stride.
Yes.
Which like the last few guys I dated were also healthy.
This guy that we're talking about right now, last night, I bet if you were like, do you want to come up? I guaranteed be like, no, we'll wait. Like he doesn't want that either.
I can confidently say that I don't think he would have accepted my offer. He probably been like, no, not like this.
And if you were no, it'll be more special when I first come up.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, thank you.
I haven't had.
And more awkward. Like, and it'll be a little bit more awkward because it's not like a blackout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we're doing this.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, that'll be fun. Can't wait.
The summer of dating healthy. Never thought I would say that.
We're a week and a half in.
Shut up.
No, I know us.
Hold your horses.
No, I know in 2 weeks we'll be like, this is the summer of single fuckboy.
Hook up, baby!
We hate the boys.
You know us. If we're not indecisive, what are we?
I know, like, we'll just contradict it. Let's pause to talk about Zola because, well, summer weddings are the most fun weddings. And when you're getting married, it's not just about the big day. It's about all the days leading up to the big day, all the days along the way. And Zola is here for all of them. One place to plan everything instead of multiple apps and companies, pre-vetted venues and vendors so you know when you're in safe hands. And I'll say this, my brother and his fiance are wedding planning right now, and they're looking at all these different locations, and it's so nice because everything that they need is on Zola all in one place, and it's like, I didn't have that whenever I was getting married, and so it makes the process so seamless. Stunning, customizable save the dates, invites, and paper for the ceremony, all matching within designs for every style to create a coherent, beautiful look for your whole wedding. I mean, that's honestly like so nice. A free wedding website for guests to RSVP and shop your registry, as well as get all the details. I was just talking to Chuck, who's engaged outside. And he had his fiance had her bridal shower, and he was like, the presents, like, I never realized, like, you register and then, like, you actually get them. And I'm like, I know, like, it's so you feel so spoiled.
Such a guy thing.
I know. Think about the small, time-consuming tasks you've encountered. Planning weddings, I can tell you all day, like, and they are small, and there's so many of them. Zola has free tools to make them easy. You can find your guests' addresses, RSVP, and everything in between, seating chart, etc. I'm telling you guys, like, there's just nothing better than Zola. So start planning today at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com.
Love. Speaking of freaking weddings and stuff.
Are you getting married? I'm just
kidding. Oh my God, I wish. This couple
Can
I
you
know that
imagine,
was,
like,
they've only been
Sands?
dating for like a year. And I know that doesn't really matter, like whatever, but they're getting engaged soon. And I told Mike this, and I was like, and like we're going to like their engagement, like as a surprise, like right after there's like going to be a dinner and stuff. And I was like, he's like, oh, that's so exciting. I was like, I'm jealous. So I'm at that point now.
I'm so proud of you for saying I'm jealous. I'm so proud.
He was just like, yeah.
I mean, I think it's happening this summer.
I think there's something to be said for being worth the wait.
What do you mean?
Getting to the part where you want something so bad that you're now jealous.
I just like never thought I would be like, I would get to the point or be like that girl where you'd be like, hello.
Right. But you're not actually jealous if you're like, I'm jealous. If you're saying I'm jealous.
Yeah.
That's like healthy jealousy.
Like I'm healthy jealous. Yeah, of course.
You're like, of course
Like
I want
can't
that.
wait, but I'm like,
right.
Selfishly, I cannot wait for your guys' wedding. It's going to be so much fun.
I can't wait for the engagement season. I feel like you'll pick like so many like unique things.
I just like, I don't know anyone that's in a relationship close to marriage besides you. Like, genuinely,
Really?
like, all my friends here are single and, like, not talking to men
Yeah.
at the moment.
Dude, like, what do I got to do to get this fucking ball rolling?
I think
Leave
this new
hints.
job.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, when are you going to Italy?
We're not anymore. Yeah, my Nona doesn't want to go, so we're just like not going to go.
well, that runs his proposal plans.
Yeah. When's your anniversary?
We don't really have one. We don't
Jesus,
really
Mom,
have
you're
one
killing
because
me.
we were friends and we just started dating one day.
You don't celebrate your anniversary?
No, that's
though?
so funny you said that. We were literally talking about this last night, and I was like,
interesting.
He said, "Oh, it's my parents' anniversary," and I was like, "Oh, that's so cute." I'm mad, and then I was like, "I'm pissed we don't have an anniversary," and he was just like, "Shut the fuck up." I just am starting to complain about things like this now.
You don't have like a day though. You guys are like,
Kind
it's been
of.
2 years. It's been 3 years.
Kind of. We have a
is
day
it?
where we like the first day we kissed, which I guess like our relationship never went back after that point, and then like the day I guess that we became like official.
Well, what's the date?
I think it was August 10th.
This
coming
is,
up.
but you know what I predict?
What?
I think Mike's gonna do a sneak attack here. He's gonna do like it'll be some thought like he just came in here earlier and he was like, "We're so proud of her. Like that was really cute." And he's like, "Isn't she the best?" Like I feel like what he'll do. I love that you don't have an obvious date. Like I love that Italy's out of the picture. Like I love that it's like we don't know your birthdays are like January, March. Like it's not happening, right? I like that he's gonna have to get creative, and I think he will, and it'll be like super special, and it'll be like you'll be like so blindsided by it.
Do you think he would even do it?
Yes, 100% he'll do it. 100%. It's gonna be like really special though.
Do you guys like the element of being aware? Like, do you want to be aware it's coming, or do you want to be fully surprised? Like, literally have no idea.
When the girl shows up wearing white and she knew, that's fine. Listen, it's not us picking. I love a surprise, like a full blown, like, no way. My nails aren't even done.
When I get engaged, or when I start dating someone, please make sure I want to be fully surprised.
'Kay.
It's like, I'm such a control freak that I will ruin it for myself if I know.
Yes.
Just make sure my nails are done, which usually they are.
Yeah, your nails are always done. I don't think that'll be a problem.
Yeah. Like, I don't care though. Like, even if I'm like in makeupless sweats, like,
Yeah,
I don't care
really
about any
care
of
about that either, actually.
No, I think it's cute.
I think it is too. Like, I don't want to have any idea because like I'm a control freak and I will ruin it.
Well, and if he says like, "Hey, let's get dressed up tonight," like,
Yeah, I'm like, don't tell me what to do.
yeah, I would be like, oh,
I'd be like, no.
Why?
It reminds me of like my promposal.
No.
Like we were at my ex's beach house and I was taking a nap and he was like, "Come on, we're all going to the beach. We're all going to walk to the beach to watch the sunset." And I was like, "No, like I'm literally not going." And then like he was like, "You have to come." And I was like, "Don't tell me what to do." Like literally, no, I'm not going. And he like, I ended up going after like us arguing about going. And then I got there, there was like candles and shit and all these people.
what a promposal.
Like he
No,
spelled
the
out prom and candles or something in the sand.
What?
So there was a time limit. Like we gotta go get to the fucking beach before the candles go out.
I got cupcakes that said prom on
That's
it.
cute.
No, I want a beach.
And I was like, oh, I'm a little dick.
I had to ask the guy to prom because I was older,
Little Sadie Hawkins moment.
and I filled his car with honey buns, and I said, "Can I haul your buns to prom?"
Aw,
That's so
you love
cute,
honey
Alex.
buns.
Was that cute? I think so, kind of, right?
Yeah, that's super cute.
I would
I'm kinda
love
proud of
to
that.
get honey buns filled in my car.
Yeah, I put a lot in there, and it said, "Can I haul your buns to prom?"
Did it make it messy though?
I don't know. No, they were packaged.
Okay, I was like, Alex,
They're like the wrapped honey buns.
Oh, cute.
Cinnamon rolls were in my dream last night. What do you think it means?
oh, jeez.
Oh shit.
What do you think?
Should I, okay.
Cinnamon. There's no way there's like a thing
Welcome
for
to
that.
the new segment, Alex's dream debunking.
Yeah, I saw a cracked phone the other day, and I was like, I had a cracked phone. I sent it to you. Cinnamon roll in dream.
A harbinger for dignity and power.
Oh, that's positive.
You were making a conscious and objective observation of your life. That is so fucking random. Like, no, it's a cinnamon bun.
No, it's so random.
Wait, where do you get these?
I just Googled cinnamon bun in dream.
Okay, so there's a difference between cinnamon roll and bun. Mine was a cinnamon bun.
It came out cinnamon roll in dream. But I typed bun. Whatever, it's the same thing.
Where do you see it though?
I don't know. Like Dream Dictionary, Dreams Directory.
Dreams directory. Okay, I didn't know which one to click on. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm becoming that girlfriend.
I feel like it's gonna. I like have a feeling. I mean, I think it's gonna happen for 2024, which is only 6 months away. We're at the 6-month mark of the year.
Oh, I'm thinking it's by the end of this year.
It's also my.
I don't like
birthday.
want to do the whole thing. Like I don't like people like looking at me. Like I don't know.
I feel like Mike will do it right though.
Oh,
I think he'll do it right.
he will. He will.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm not worried.
Oh my God, he's gonna hear this and be like, dude, what the fuck?
You're like, shit.
So should I do?
But I think if he sees Love live, he'll want to do it maybe.
Yeah.
Love Live is big.
Seeing, you guys, I almost started crying the other day because I saw this couple. So you know when people are walking next to each other and like their hands graze? They like grazed a few times, then finally he like grabbed her hand and I was like, I'm gonna cry. That's so freaking cute.
It's the grazing. That's really sweet.
It's just like, I think a held hand can show you can show you if you're compatible with a person.
Okay, let's do a quick listener question.
Alana's last listener question.
Yes,
Oh my god,
let's
who's gonna read the listener questions
I
now?
don't know.
Oh my
You
God.
have to because I can't read.
Oh,
That's your job.
all right.
Oh my God.
You're the reader.
I can't read.
Okay, can you guys
Oh, he just
discuss?
texted me.
Really?
Yeah, he always, my boys always text me during
My
the pod.
boys.
151 rum. I like that.
51 rum, pineapple
pineapple
juice.
juice.
We're gonna get demonetized because we're so good at singing.
Yeah, we
Can
are.
you guys discuss when you see a guy post a tribute to his girlfriend on Instagram? Is it because he fucked up and she made him post something? What?
All right.
Oh, I love this question.
All right, what do you think?
There's a few things.
Okay.
I think one, this man is whipped. I don't like. I'm thinking like this guy posting like a series, like a carousel of pictures together, and just being like, the love of my life. I'm thinking of someone very in particular, actually, who just like posts. Oh, I'm just kidding. Sorry, tangent. No.
Are you being a hater?
Yeah. Oh, I was like,
Sorry.
what?
I was taking it like personally for a second. Cut that.
Spiraled.
Okay. Rewind. So if a guy randomly, I think there's two types of guys. Guys who will post consistent things, nice things about their girlfriend, that's fine. But when you have a guy who never posts his girlfriend, all of a sudden he just like slams it. I think it's like because the girlfriend was like pushing him. Like, you never post me. Like, why don't you ever post me on your social media? Or he did something wrong and he's like, this will get me out of the doghouse.
Yeah, I think we can't be so quick to assume if we're this girl that he, like, what happened, sorry to the listener, but what happened to you where you assumed, I mean, in a past life or in some relationship, you obviously felt that from somewhere. So, like, why are we assuming because he's posting a tribute that he did something wrong?
Yeah.
I think let's give him the
Sure.
benefit of the doubt that maybe he just likes her. Now, I have seen the story a lot of times where, yeah, you were in another girl's DMs. Now, I don't know that it necessarily had to come from the girl here, though. He could have gotten caught in a couple DMs and one of his friends texting, like, yo, were you messaging so-and-so? He pops up a tribute of his girlfriend just to calm the waters. Like, I have seen that strategy move, but I don't think we can assume he's posting a tribute just because he's in trouble.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
weird to assume that she would like coach him into posting something about her to make like the appearance of their relationship look good. Like, that's like weird. It's like a PR move. Do people think like that? Truly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Why is she thinking like that right out of the gates?
So I think a lot of times with our generation, there's a lot of fights with like one person not posting the other. Like Alex Earl broke up with her boyfriend because he wouldn't post her on his Instagram. Like, that's such a true thing. So I think that's why some people think like, oh, if he randomly posted her, like he's in trouble, or like she forced him. I think that's why people think that. Mm-hmm. But there's plenty of guys that I know that will post so much about their girlfriend and post very nice things about it.
Just very normal. Like, I think about Will Compton here. I'm always seeing him and his like cute wife pop
Yeah.
up. Like, that's not loaded. That's just life.
Or even Chuck.
Yeah. Like, those aren't because nobody's in trouble. That's just them sharing like part of their life.
But then
Yeah.
Big Cat doesn't post at all.
now,
And
yeah,
if he posted one day, would you think it was because he's in the doghouse? I don't think so.
No, but that he's different though, because like his job is he like purposely like makes an effort to keep his life private.
yeah. I
True.
think if we're what?
Is it true?
Oh, I thought you said Roan. I was like,
Well, let's break down every guy Barstool.
yeah. I was like, what?
Next.
But then again, like if Mike randomly posted you, I would never think he was in trouble. But I guess it's because I know your guys' relationship well.
He doesn't post me at all.
Yeah.
But then sometimes he does.
Like, oh, really? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, like on your birthday, he did something and then he posted
Oh,
something
you're
the other
right,
day.
you're right.
Like, yeah, but it's just like, that's not, him in the doghouse. I think their brains just work.
I don't
like
think guys think like we do.
No, and
No.
if they do think, if he is thinking like that, it'll work out. Time will tell.
Yeah, because like for me, when I get in a relationship, I'm not going to be posting my boyfriend ever. Like I want my relationship to stay very private. Besides talking about it on the podcast with names, but like I don't want, like I'm not going to be that person that posts my boyfriend. Maybe if we're together for 5 years, I will, but like I'm not for at least the first few years.
Yeah, so then if you did, like, it wouldn't be out of,
Being in trouble, it'd be out of like respect for my privacy.
and let's say he is doing it because he's in trouble. Okay, and
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
why is
and
it bother
then-
this girl?
and then what? No, as I'm saying, we got an underlying problem here.
I think her ex-boyfriend didn't post her on social media.
Or this is her ex-boyfriend. And she's like, oh, I know what he's doing here. And it's like, well, then that's not your problem.
I was gonna say, is this girl in his DMs? Uh-huh.
I would say careful saying this to any of your friends.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, social media. It's crazy how much social media consumes our everyday thoughts.
I don't want to have a child that's 10 right now or 15 getting a cell phone.
My child's never allowed to have. Oh my god! Actually, can I just say something?
What?
So you know, sorry, I feel like I've been talking to you guys for days.
I know.
Green flag. This guy, because we were talking about social media. He doesn't have really social media, which is awesome. But he was like, we were like going through. He's like, I have Instagram, I have Facebook, and I said something about Snapchat. He's like, ew. If anyone has Snapchat over like in our age, that's weird. And I was like,
Well, but Ron,
well,
our 60-year-old friend, can have Snapchat.
Ron can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He is the exception to the rule.
Yeah, Snapchat is the. I would agree with that.
I mean, I think like I have it, but like I legitimately have it because like we have Mean Girl Pod Snapchat. That we
And I
post on.
and I think it's a fun way to communicate by photos.
With like your girlfriends, yeah. But I'm not snapping guys, and if a guy ever snaps me, it's weird.
Well, and a guy having it's like fine, I guess, but like mainly odd. I would be interested. Like, I'm gonna ask my brother. Like, do you Snapchat? There's no way he doesn't have it. Like most guys just like don't. Girls can have it for like group. I feel like,
I mean, every guy I've dated has it.
but this guy doesn't.
This guy doesn't. My bad seeds have all had it, but you know, we're realizing that I used to date the same type of man. But Alana, do you want to say anything?
Oh my
before-
gosh!
It's your last episode.
Oh my
god! Do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye. Forever.
Stop.
No, I'm just kidding.
We'll have you on when you're engaged.
Oh my God, Jordan, please.
Okay, so 2
So
weeks.
much pressure.
Literally, Alana's back next to
So
you.
much pressure. I know, right? It was me all along. We're not going to an engagement party.
Mike's literally like Mike, you got to propose because I need to
No,
be a guest on the pod.
don't do that to me.
Don't.
Sorry, no.
Show up to this engagement party and be like disappointed.
decked out. Like you got your makeup done.
Disappointed that it was.
What if?
No, that's what I was saying. We're not doing that. We can't. Don't.
No, because we would be invited. I would
And
hope.
no. Or we're great actors.
No, yeah, you're right.
We're not going, and I would be pissed off.
Yeah. I could tell if you were lying, I think.
Yeah, you'll be able to.
You think I could lie this well?
No.
I'm like looking you straight in the eye.
I
It's
know,
not
there's
your
no
party.
way.
I'm sorry, it's not. Fuck. I'm sorry.
And don't think that it is. 'cause
It's like
I'll just
literally
set you up
not.
with
I'm going to
failure.
Rhode Island tonight. Like,
like
it
literally
would be
not.
you.
We know that's for real because she brought her
Oh,
suitcase.
yeah. We did
I
that
was like
months
bringing
ago.
my suitcase for like shits and giggles.
Yeah.
She goes
Wow, she
that
committed
far,
to it.
that far in it. It's like, okay, you know I have to go eat.
Yes.
Okay.
So say goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, everyone. This has been so much fun. And I don't even want to do this. Like, I just want to, like, leave. I'm an Irish goodbye. I'm
I
Irish
agree,
goodbye.
I agree, I agree.
Okay, I love that.
All right. Do what you do best.
Like, comment, subscribe to TikTok, Snapchat because we actually are on there. Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave us a 5-star review. Alana, you say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Say bye, love you.
Bye. Love you. See you next week.